Kathy Guthrie. We're at my show called Sifting, The Beauty of Life. And the title actually came out of, it's hard to come up with a title, but I was thinking like sifting through layers of life, or sifting through letters, or, other things that you've collected, and pictures. There's a lot of photography in my work. So anyways, that's how I kind of came up with it. But there's a selection of my work here tonight, mixed media mostly, and I use photography. So I have photographs printed on canvas, and then I work over them. And I use a lot of my own words underneath, and just keep repeating it, just to add some more texture to it. So this piece here, it's called Growing Up Catholic. I grew up Catholic. So this is me on my first communion day, and my 3 sisters. I'm the oldest of 8 children, so the 4 girls came first, and then the 4 boys. And I have to say, I guess that's my sort of inspiration for a lot of my works is my family. I grew up in a fabulous family. We didn't want for anything. Everybody got along. My parents were wonderful people, and we had a lot of great times growing up. And so it's almost like I'm telling my story with some of these photos and using the techniques over it. So this one the photo was taken in front of our house. And so I actually painted out the background and then just focused on the girls. I brought them forward. And then the words and the painting, on one side it's the Our Father, and the other side is the Hail Mary, which are prayers within the Catholic faith. And so those were, growing up, we just drilled into us, memorized those prayers and used them every Sunday at church. But like I say, it was a fabulous time growing up, and there's a lot of really great memories. So I think I'm just trying to tell my story. I'm not trying to be nostalgic. I don't really like that word. It's I think it means longing for the past. Well, I'm not longing. I don't want to be back there in that time. I'm just remembering and honoring, I guess, my life is what I'm doing with these works. And so, I'd done quite a few of them over the past 3 years or so, and I just brought many here to the gallery. And then Kyle, who works here or has a studio here, is doing a lot of curating. So we just kind of put it together, and I'm very pleased with the way that we've arranged it, and the works, complement each other that are all around this gallery, and have a small room at the front that's got more smaller pieces, so it's more intimate, and you can sit down and really have a good look. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way it all came together, and good turnout. It looks quiet right now, but good turnout tonight. So thank you very much, everybody.
Can you talk about this piece over here?
I have one sculptural piece here. I don't do a lot of those, but this piece is about me. Like, the photograph is me as I was in my uniform, grade 9 uniform. I went to St. Joseph's Girls College, they called it, but it was a high school, all-girls high school in North Bay, Ontario. So the piece came out of a course I was taking, and the instructor was talking a lot about like the sexual revolution and the women's movement way back in the late 60s, I guess. And so at that time I was in grade 9, and I was in North Bay, and I was this young, innocent, quiet young girl, shy, who didn't really, North Bay, as opposed to, say, New York City, where everything was happening, or San Francisco, where all these things were going on, these protests and such, and so I was totally removed from all this. I really didn't know much about it. So on one side it's got descriptive words about me at that time, like coming of age, a young girl, adolescence, secrecy, blah, blah, blah. And then on the other side, it's words about the, freedom of choice and speaking out, like the women that were in New York or the big cities that were, trying to say that, we're women. We're not just like homemakers or whatever, which my mom was. But yeah, so it was really quite a contrast when I was growing up in a small town and then having this going on in another part of the world. So yeah, that's what all that is about.